Hey guys, it's Miss Kim from the Boys and Girls Club, and today we are going to read chapter 7 and 8 of Magic Treehouse Dinosaur Before Dark. And so far, Jack and Annie have seen three different dinosaurs, and the third dinosaur that they just saw is a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So let's check in with Jack and Annie and see how they're doing today. Chapter 7. Ready, set, go. Run, Annie, run, cried Jack, to the treehouse. They dashed down the hill, through the tall grass, through the ferns, past the pterodon, and right to the rope ladder. They scrambled up. Seconds later, they tumbled into the treehouse. Annie leaped to the window. "He's going away," she said, panting. Jack pushed his glasses into place. He looked through the window with her. The Tyrannosaurus Rex was wandering off. But then the monster stopped and turned around. "Duck," said Jack. The two of them hunched down. After a long moment, they raised their heads. They peeked out again. "Coast clear," said Jack. "Yay," whispered Annie. "We have to get out of here," said Jack. "You made a wish before," said Annie. "I wish we could go back to Frog Creek," said Jack. Nothing happened. "I wish..." "Wait, you were looking at the picture in the dinosaur book, remember?" "The dinosaur book? Oh no, I left the book and my pack on the hill. I have to go back." "Oh, forget it," said Annie. "I can't," said Jack. "The book doesn't belong to us, plus my notebook's in my pack, with all my notes." "Hurry," said Annie. Jack hurried down the rope ladder. He leaped to the ground. He raced past the pterodon, through the ferns, through the tall grass, and up the hill. He looked down. There his pack was, lying on the ground. On top of it was the dinosaur book. But now the valley was filled with Anatosauruses, all standing guard around nests. Where had they been? Did fear of the Tyrannosaurus send them home? Jack took a deep breath. Ready, set, go. He charged down the hill. He leaped to his backpack. He scooped it up. He grabbed the dinosaur book. A terrible tuba sound. Another. All the Anatosauruses were bellowing at him. Jack took off. He raced up the hill. He started down the hill. He stopped. The Tyrannosaurus Rex was back, and he was standing between Jack and the treehouse. Chapter 8. A Giant Shadow. Jack jumped behind the magnolia tree. His heart was beating so fast he could hardly think. He peeked out at the giant monster. The horrible-looking creature was opening and closing his huge jaws. His teeth were as big as steak knives. Don't panic, think. Jack peered down at the valley. Good. The duck-billed dinosaurs were sticking close to their nests. Jack looked back at the Tyrannosaurus. Good. The monster still didn't seem to know he was there. Don't panic, think. Think. Maybe there's information in the book. Jack opened the book. He found Tyrannosaurus Rex. He read, "Tyrannosaurus Rex was one of the largest meat-eating land animal of all time. If they were alive today, it would eat a human in one bite." Great. The book was no help at all. Okay. He couldn't hide on the other side of the hill. The Anatosauruses might stampede. Okay, he couldn't run to the treehouse. The Tyrannosaurus might be faster. Okay, maybe he should just wait for the monster to leave. Jack peeked around the tree. The Tyrannosaurus Rex had wandered closer to the hill. Something caught Jack's eye. Annie was coming down the rope ladder. Was she nuts? What was she doing? Jack watched Annie hop off the ladder. She went straight to the pterodon. She was talking to him. She was flapping her arms. She pointed at Jack, at the sky, at the treehouse. She was nuts. Go back up to the tree. Go. Suddenly, Jack heard a roar. The Tyrannosaurus Rex was looking in his direction. Jack hit the ground. The Tyrannosaurus Rex was coming toward the hill. Jack felt the ground shaking. Should he run? Crawl back into Dinosaur Valley? Climb the magnolia tree? Then a giant shadow covered Jack. He looked up. The pterodon was gliding overhead. The giant creature sailed down toward the top of the hill. He was coming straight for Jack. The pterodon coasted down to the ground. He stared at Jack with his bright, alert eyes. But what was Jack supposed to do? Climb on? But I'm too heavy, thought Jack. Don't think, just do it. Jack looked at the Tyrannosaurus. He was starting up the hill. His giant teeth were flashing in the sunlight. Okay, don't think, just do it. Jack put his book in his pack, then he eased down onto the pterodon's back. He held on tightly. The creature moved forward. He spread out his wings and lifted off the ground. They teetered this way, then that. Jack nearly fell off. The pterodon steadied himself, then rose into the sky. Jack looked down. The Tyrannosaurus was chomping the air and staring up at him. The pterodon glided away. He sailed over the hilltop. He circled over the valley, over all the nests filled with the babies, over all the duck-billed dinosaurs. Then the pterodon soared out over the plain, over the Triceratops, who was grazing in the high grass. It was amazing. It was a miracle. Jack felt like a bird, as light as a feather. The wind was rushing through his hair. The air smelled sweet and fresh. He whooped. He laughed. Jack couldn't believe it. He was riding on the back of an ancient flying reptile. The pterodon sailed over the stream, over the ferns and bushes. Then he carried Jack down to the base of the oak tree. Then they came to a stop. Jack slid off the creature's back and landed on the ground. The pterodon took off again and glided into the sky. Bye, Henry, whispered Jack. Are you okay? Annie shouted from the treehouse. Jack pushed his glasses in place. He kept staring up at the pterodon. Jack, are you okay? Annie called. Jack looked up at Annie. He smiled. Thanks for saving my life. That was really fun. Climb up, said Annie. Jack tried to stand. His legs were wobbly. He felt a bit dizzy. Hurry, he's coming. Jack looked around. The Tyrannosaurus Rex was heading straight toward him. Jack bolted up the ladder. He grabbed the sides and started up. Hurry up, screamed Annie. Jack scrambled into the treehouse. He's coming toward the tree. Suddenly something slammed into the oak tree. The treehouse shook like a leaf. Jack and Annie tumbled into the books. Make a wish. We need the book, the one with the picture of Frog Creek. Where is it? He pushed some books aside. He had to find that book about Pennsylvania. There it was. He grabbed it and tore through it, looking for the photograph of Frog Creek Woods. He found it. Jack pointed to the picture. I wish I could go home, he shouted. The wind began to moan, softly at first. Hurry, Jack yelled. The wind picked up. It was whistling now. The treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster. Jack closed his eyes. He held on tightly to Annie. Then everything was still. Absolutely still. All right, guys. I got a little carried away and read chapters 7, 8, and 9. But I thought that was a good stopping point. So they so far are safe from the Tyrannosaurus Rex. So when we come back next time, we'll see where they're at. And have you went on any adventures in the past week? With friends, family, or even through a book with your imagination? Sometimes those are the best trips because you can make sure everything in them is perfect just the way you want them. Traveling isn't always as easy and as fun when not everything always goes your way. I hope you guys stay safe, healthy, and happy. Stay safe, happy, and healthy. And if you can be nothing else today, be kind.